So around 9:30 at the railway station here today. You wanted me? Yes, I'll just. So at around 9:30 at the railway station today, there was an unfortunate incident where, because of exact reasons that we are still inquiring into, a minor stampede occurred here. Which happened on the narrow staircase and FOB here. The exact reasons for the incident we are inquiring into. All the injured were immediately rushed to the nearest hospitals. Immediate relief was provided. Their treatment is going on at the KEM hospital and other nearby hospitals. To the best of my information, 20 people are seriously injured. Rest have minor injuries. Rest of the details we are still getting. Since I'm here at the spot, I am yet to take the details about the exact, but they are under the best medical treatment. The last information I have that 20 are seriously injured. आज 9:30 वाजता या स्टेशनवर जो आहे दुर्घटना घडली होती. नेमका काय कारण होता याबद्दल आम्ही चौकशी करीत आहोत. जीएम साहेब पण हजर आहे. दुर्दैव घटना होती. या दुर्घटनामध्ये अद्यापर्यंत 20 लोक जो आहे.
Okay, that's the latest input, of course, coming in from the police officer on duty, being very conservative about the figures, but other sources there, of course, confirming to us that the death toll has now risen as well. It currently stands at 15 and more than 50 injured. The police at this given point of time is wanting to be conservative about those figures, but we're getting in confirmation of 15 reported dead.
त्याबद्दल जो आहे आमचा पहिला कार्य त्यांना मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट देण्याचा होता. ते इमिडिएट रिलीफसाठी आपण अद्यापर्यंत प्रयत्न करतोय. एक्झॅक्ट नेमका काय कारण आहे त्याबद्दल मी थोडा चौकशी केल्यानंतर आपल्याला सांगेन. माझ्याकडे जे इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे 20 लोक जो आहे सिरियसली इंजर्ड आहे. काही बाकी लोक जो आहे ते मायनर इंजरीज आहेत त्यांना. त्याचा बेस्ट पॉसिबल ट्रीटमेंट त्याचा चालू आहे. The police arrived immediately. The medical teams also arrived immediately. There was no delay as far as the best possible treatment and aid was concerned.
Any information about a short circuit that had taken place?
Not as of now, but the details we'll be able to know after a thorough inquiry. It will not be proper to make a comment unless we have thoroughly inquired into the incident.
Sir, या ब्रिजची कॅपॅसिटी संपली. रोज गर्दी होते. रोज पीक आवरच्या वेळेला प्रचंड अशी चेंगराचेंगरी होत असते. रेल्वे प्रशासनाने वेळेत पावलं उचलली.
याच्यासाठी जीएम साहेब हजर आहे. आपण त्यांना विचारू.
आज रेल्वे मंत्री मुंबईमध्ये आहेत. ते या ठिकाणी येणार आहेत. आज रेल्वे मंत्री मुंबईमध्ये आहेत. तुमच्याकडे काय माहिती आहे सर?
शॉर्ट सर्किट ऑल्सो. That is what caused the stampede.
So far there is no.
That being a confirmation that's coming from the local MLA there, confirming with far higher figures is what he's stating, with 15 people reported dead and the other injured taken away to the KEM hospital there. And it was on the rumor of a collapse of the bridge that led this chaos. We have with us our correspondent Himanshi getting in those details from right at the Elphinstone footover bridge where this tragedy took place. Himanshi, what are the eyewitnesses there stating? More importantly, what is the current scenario there on ground?
थोड़ा आगे चलना ना, पीछे थोड़ा लाइट.
I'm standing here at Elphinstone Station where this stampede happened at around 8:45 a.m. I asked my camera person to just pan and zoom the people are actually trying to go that bridge. They actually
Okay, we're going to be reconnecting with Himanshi on that in just a bit. Himanshi, our correspondent, is reporting on ground zero at the Elphinstone railway station where this tragedy took place. Very quickly reconnecting with Himanshi on that, but we can see on the visuals that Himanshi is sending us across on rescue operations that have been immediately pressed into action. And these are images that we're getting in from outside local KEM hospital there, where the injured have been shifted soon after this tragedy was reported. The local MLA there has confirmed the death toll currently at 15. This is a tragedy of huge proportions. Remember, this was just on a foot-over bridge. And you can only imagine the kind of passenger traffic and crowding that you see on just a foot-over bridge of a local railway station, which has already led to more than 50 injured and close to 15 dead is what we're getting to understand. Let's get in a word here from a railway expert, senior railway expert, Mr. Ketan Garodia with us. Appreciate you being with us, sir. Unfortunately, there have been several alarm bells, several warning signs on this, but to no avail, and a tragedy has eventually happened.
Well, this was supposed to happen because they have not taken action since 2011. Now, I have given them a outline on how to increase the capacity of Mumbai Railways in 2011, and it can increase the capacity by between 300% to 730% on Harbour Line, 300% on Central and Western Line, and they have not done anything. I have also given them on how to replan the stations. They have not done anything on that respect also. The problem is that BMC is not involved in planning. If BMC has given permissions for a central business district to come up in Lower Parel and in Elphinstone, then it should have been a part of the planning in which, the stations were revamped at these locations. Both these stations, Lower Parel and Elphinstone, have got very narrow bridges, very narrow staircases which lead to the bridges. There is a huge need of escalators and widening of the bridges. Nothing has been done on that respect. And secondly, the safe distance between, now that we have switched over to 25,000 volt AC, the safe distance between the tracks and the bridge has to be 16 feet minimum. Now, all these old bridges do not have that safe distance. That means there is a chance of spark jumping, what we call spark jumping, when there is some contact with water, the electricity can jump through the water to the bridge. Now, that has not been addressed. All this was bound
so,
to happen.
Mr. Garodia, by speaking with you, the sense that one gets is that the buck stops at the BMC. Is the BMC directly, should it be involved in improving the structure of these local railway stations, or is it for the Union Railways Ministry to look into it as well?
Well, nowhere in the world is the local transport in the hands of the union government, Only this happens in Mumbai. Now, there is a body called MRVC, Mumbai Rail Vikas Corporation, in which 51% of shareholding is with the central government and 49% is with the state government. Now, what can be done is that a percentage of shareholding can be given to BMC, and BMC is, utilizing monies that it has taken from, TDR and all, and they have got a huge surplus. 15,000 crores they are going to invest in the coastal road, which will benefit just 1.5% of the population. And here 50% of the population is suffering because there is no investment in railways. So why don't they make BMC a shareholder in MRVC and take some monies from them, 15,000-20,000 crores, and fix up these railways? Whenever we come and tell them, this needs to be done, they said passengers, transportation is a loss-making venture, so the railways is not keen to invest anything.
No, but Mr. Garodia, should we be asking, apart from looking at who has the larger share in what given body to take care of this, when we just had the Union Railway Minister just yesterday announce 100 more local Mumbai trains operating, should he have also made...
Not made by the railways. Let me tell you this, that also plan has not been made by the railways. that has been made by ORA Foundation. Those guys have worked on the timetable and they have streamlined the timetable, and that is how the ministry is taking credit for putting up that 100 more locals. But it is the people of Mumbai who have worked there.
All right, so it was a plan, Mr. Garodia, it was a plan that was put forth there by the locals, but eventually implementing it on ground is for the Union Railways Ministry to do that. So we are looking at who's responsible for even improving the structures. The physical structures of these dilapidated footover bridges in local...
My point is, why should Mumbai be planned in Delhi? Mumbai should be planned in Mumbai. The whole delay, the whole mechanism of planning which is taking place from the railway board, it is so long and frustrating. So they have to somehow, as far as the local transportation is concerned, they have to somehow shift the responsibility from Indian Railways to Mumbai Rail Vikas Corporation.
So have it in local hands, and to the extent have the BMC work on this is what you're saying. Please stay on with us. Very important inputs that you're getting us, Mr. Garodia.